Greetings. Welcome to Speak Nerd and Enter.
Welcome, Speak Nerd and Enter. I'm Sean. Next to me is Rich. Rich, you can wave there. Over on the far end, that's Mark. And if he looks familiar, yes, you are right. That is the kid from the beginning of Gangnam Style who was dancing on the beach. The K-Man.
Hello.
All grown
Come
up.
such a long way.
I was watching that just, the other day, and I was thinking how funny that would be.
Did you watch the Lopan
if it were actually Kelly?
I did watch Lopan Style. Lopan Style was very good.
Yes, Lopan Style was good. I'd seen that when it first came out.
I had never seen it.
From some time ago, yeah. Yeah, I'd seen that. I didn't realize he had been in so many different movies. You know, he was in Airplane.
Who? Hong? James Hong?
Yeah. Yes, sir.
Yeah, he's been in everything.
Yes. The man committing seppuku. Harakiri. All right, boys. Well, let's dive into this unpleasantness and see if we can get past that. See if we can put it behind us and start a fresh chapter in our lives, shall we?
Sure.
Because surely something good is around the corner. Surely.
No.
All right. Alien Earth. I will
The
give my
final
hot take.
Episode.
Yep.
Episode
I will
8.
give my hot take, and then we will go ad seriatim. Going to my right, my left. All right. It sucked. Next.
Effects were still good. Story was the same, which is terrible.
Just awful drivel.
I have nothing to add. It was awful. There were a couple of little things that I'm like, okay, I want to see where this goes. But on the whole, it was what a train wreck. Yeah, I just.
I feel violated by the storytellers that I went into this wanting something that was never given, and instead force-fed, almost like a face hugger. It clamped onto my face and force-fed some really poor synthetic human Peter Pan thing that was weird and not even weird. Weird would be interesting. That was very pedestrian in many ways, I felt. And by the end,
I was explaining it. Yeah, I was explaining it to my wife. She hasn't seen it, but I was watching it last night, and she was asleep, and we were talking about it.
You were talking to her while she was asleep. You were
that
upset.
I was that upset. No, but I'm just she's like, oh, that sounds a little bit like Lord of the Flies, and we've seen that story done better, right? And I'm like, how do you go from sick 10-year-old kid who's got cancer or whatever to, hey, we put you in this super synthetic body and now you're immortal and you can never die, awesome, to we're going to take over the world? Like, how does a 10-year-old go from, I'm sick and I'm coming to terms with my mortality, which they've explored a little bit in the psyche of some of these, adult synthetics or whatever. And it stretches the imagination. One of them already died. So you're not immortal. It's not like 5 of you are going to take over the world, right?
Yeah.
You can be shot. You can get blown up. You can, all of these things. So how do they, I can control the televisions. Well, you can't control my gun. I have a pet alien.
Already died.
Yeah,
all of them died.
Wouldn't it be great?
But as a synthetic, as an immortal synthetic, one of them already died.
Yeah. Wouldn't it be great if the island went Vesuvius?
Now that would be interesting.
That would be, yeah. Just completely annihilate the whole thing. But
you've utterly failed to give us the premise, which is aliens on Earth.
Right.
Like, this ship with dangerous aliens crashes into a major city. We run in, we grab them, and then we go to a deserted island with a handful of people because that's cheaper to film, I presume, than mayhem on a large scale in a city, which is what we want and expect. And instead we've got synthetic Peter Pan and a pet alien.
Yeah, golden
it's just
alien.
Yeah, it was just I I don't get it. I just don't get it. Like, you spent how much money on this? Give us a tenth of that, and a weekend retreat at the Holiday Inn, and we'll come up with a better script for season 1 than what you guys came up with.
I could, after we're done with the show and I go to the bathroom, right after that, I could give you a better story than what they had in there. Mainly because it wouldn't revolve around that. It would revolve around the aliens.
I thought you were going to say you could film something scarier in the bathroom.
Definitely, because I've eaten rice mostly in the past few days, and I don't think that's really very scary. If I had done perhaps Mexican or something of that ilk,
yeah,
you know.
So let me ask you this: have you guys ever seen the masterpiece tour de force starring Tommy Lee Jones called Volcano?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, so what I would love to have seen from this is the spaceship crashing, and them, the aliens sneak out, grab a couple of people. Queen, they're multiplying in a way that is not immediately relevant, like known to humans, right? In the same way that this volcano was, they're like, why did this lake heat up a little bit? Why did this happen? Like, because there's about to be a big ass volcano, you dummy. But in this show, like, you've got the aliens, they've escaped, they're doing alien stuff down in the sewers or the subway tunnels or whatever, and they're grabbing people. But you're in the middle of this big spaceship crash, so it would be easy for them to take advantage of that. And then from the human side, when they figure it out, now we're dealing with this massive alien infestation that's got to be fought, but they've had time to, say, burrow in underneath your power plant, so you can't just nuke them without setting off a nuclear explosion like we saw in Aliens. There's a premise I could get behind, right? You got this human emergency response. They're not military guys, but you got the Tommy Lee Jones-ish character who's, I'm responsible for this city. And now there's deadly aliens running around here in a big crash spaceship in the middle of it. Okay, let's go with that premise and see where we get. I think at 5 minutes of thinking, that would have been better than what we just saw.
Far better. I feel they lied to us, is what it was.
Yeah.
We got a story about not even interesting David like characters. And I feel ripped off. The two most interesting ones I could have done with a lot more fighting between cyborg and synthetic. But they even went so far as to introduce all these other alien species and then made it all about the synthetics and humans again.
MacGuffins.
Right. Like, I'm really interested in this little eyeball alien. Like, that one is crazy interesting. And the fact that it burrowed into one of the lead scientists, to me, is really fascinating, because if it has access to its thoughts, brains, memory, whatever, now it's in someone smart. And I'm like, oh, that's cool. But I get that in the last 30 seconds of season 1. Come on.
Now it has access to our strongest ability, love.
It can also reanimate the dead, which we didn't know, which, it'd be nice to have had maybe more than 20, 30 seconds of
I like to think he wasn't quite dead.
He could have gotten better.
He was pretty far along.
He was still in just amazing agony.
I think
I swear when they zoomed in on his body laying on the beach, I thought another alien was like going to come out, like it was twins or something. And
that would have been glorious.
I was like, why do we keep going back to this thing? And then the eyeball alien.
That would be funny. That's something we would do to Robbie, is continually have him the subject of some, continuing ongoing body horror.
And there's
over and over again.
Another one.
And I was disappointed with that last alien too.
The plant?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was like, what that wasn't horrifying. That wasn't anything. Why was I waiting for that?
I know. And then like 4 armed individuals go into this lab looking for trouble. And this thing's skittering around the walls. It's the size of a trampoline, and it's skittering around on the walls, and nobody's going to notice it.
No.
Like,
and then grabs him, and then grabs her, and she shoots everybody.
Didn't there used to be somebody there? Wasn't there a giant alien plant on the ceiling? Didn't that used to be there?
No, it was in the thing, but
Yeah.
when the two
I know.
robots were fighting, they shot it and like it got out and got big or something. I don't know.
I don't care. By that point,
it's just a dumbass show. Just awful. I mean, seriously, I would have rather watched like the Senate or anything that
C-SPAN would have been more entertaining.
I'd rather just watch the screensaver on my TV. That's scarier than that show.
Yeah, do you have a Roku with the little fish swimming around?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Glorious.
Yeah, that was awful.
I stand by my statement that it was a good seed idea that they just didn't know what to do with. The seed was there, and then they started trying to write it, and they said, "Oh, we have this plot point and this plot point, and we need to finish this. So we need to finish this, but we only have this much budget and this many episodes, and we wasted too much time on member berries."
What if
it also feels like
Yeah,
it also feels like somebody's got this really like Peter Pan, Lord of the Flies idea.
They loved it.
that they crammed into this vehicle for no good reason.
The Peter Pan,
you know what I mean? Like I'm not understanding. Like it was an interesting premise, and I'm like, all right, let's see where this goes. And as an excuse for them to make bad decisions because kids are young and stupid. I can, but even then, it wasn't like it was used that way.
Peter Pan
officially because the aliens escaped in so many different ways that was not a direct result of just a kid being stupid all the time. You know what I mean? Like I don't know. It's just
the problem was
it's all over the fence.
A hopeful story at the end. They got back and grew up, and that was the whole premise. But they kept following it. They said, well, we have this Peter Pan premise, but we can't finish the story because we don't have a hopeful ending. We want a part 2 or a season 2, which I guess it's not been renewed for a season 2. So that shows you something.
You got to have a good season 1 to get a season 2.
I got it.
Right. It's like House of the Dragon, slow burn. Season 1, right? And it started the conflict at the very end of it, but you gave us the kids growing up, you gave us their background, who's related to who, how they feel about each other. All of that was a slow burn setup of season 1, but season 1 was good enough that we were there for it. And then we get the war in season 2, and we're like, oh yeah, I'm here for it. You know what I mean? Had they started on season 2 and it's just this big war and you don't know who's got a dragon and why or care, it wouldn't be as good, right? So
and look,
season 1 of setup, and if this was a setup for, let's say, Weyland-Yutani lands and the aliens all grab them, and now there's a bunch of aliens on an island in the middle of nowhere. What are the synthetics going to fly them to populated areas or what? Like all of that just sounds dumb as I even say it. But you know what I'm saying? Like the season 1 doesn't feel like a good setup for the thing that I'm looking for in season 2. Because they're so all over the map, I don't know what I'm looking for out of season 2. You know what I wanted? Aliens running around on Earth. Where's the mayhem?
I'm looking for there to be no season 2. Now, look, I get that sometimes I can be a bit negative on things, and maybe I'm hypercritical and pick on. No, seriously, come on, guys. Let's be real for a moment. It's okay, and
Yeah, you suck. You're a curmudgeon.
I know that I can be overly.
You're as negative
critical.
as Mark is positive.
Yin and yang, but I don't. There's sometimes when I'll go back, I'll look at something I've been critical about, and I can backtrack. So I'm like, all right, I kind of get where people are going with it, and that's fine. There's just nothing redeeming about this show. Rich, I give you the idea that there's this. I give you the point that there's this seed idea that had value, and as I don't think there's anybody here that would disagree with that, but they planted it on sandy soil and it grew absolutely fuck all. I mean, when I'm watching a show and I'm looking at my watch and thinking, Christ, is this thing over yet? That's not a good thing.
Yeah, no, I told my wife, I came home last night, worked all week, super tired, get home. She's off to bed immediately. I'm like, let me do my homework. I got to watch this show. Yeah, you know what I mean? And I was kind of looking forward to it, actually. And nope. Not even a little, but it was just, it was a chore. I got to do this. And like I still, we want World War Z with aliens, I think.
Yeah.
Not the book, the movie. We want World War Z. I want to start with Volcano and get to World War Z with aliens. right?
You're
Isn't that what
talking
we
about
want?
you're talking
Start
about the
with
book, not the
Volcano.
movie, right?
I'd do either one at this point. Yeah, take your pick. It's going to be better. I'd do green eggs and ham with aliens. It'd be better than this show.
Yeah. I don't know. What do you think's going to happen with Predator? Did any of you guys watch Killer of Killers?
I don't think
No, I
I have
haven't
not
seen
seen it yet. No.
I think Predator's going to end up the same way,
hear it's
Sean.
good,
At some point, somebody's going to do a Predator series where we find out the Predator's just misunderstood, and we'll start talking to
He's a
them
good
and
guy.
find out that they're really just all about love.
Well, they did that in that where they captured it in the lab.
Mm.
There's good predators and bad predators, and it was, they did that already. So I definitely suspect that the monster days of Predator are probably gone.
Why do you suppose there's that need?
Are you talking? Are you referring to Badlands, or is there some show I'm not?
No, the
aware
Predator
of?
movie, the
the one
movie.
that came after, what was it, Requiem or something?
Something
I can't
like
remember.
that. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
One where
they
they captured
where they
it in
had
the
the
lab.
Uber Predator.
Yeah. Oh, where the
Yeah.
Predator came to
Yeah.
Earth, and that one. Okay.
Yes.
Yeah. Why do you
Correct.
think there's such a need amongst humanity to insert some sort of arc for a genre,
Redemption?
for a creature like that or the Predator? Like they have to give it something else.
There's an
You know,
urge.
I know
That's easy because storytelling always involves an arc. It's not a good story
Yeah.
if you don't have growth.
But
And
there's an
humans
urge
are the
for it.
ones telling the story. So
Wait a
we're
minute.
gonna map our story structure onto whatever the object of the story is.
What do you mean?
We do that
though?
with
No-
robots in Pixar movies and things like that. So
Yeah, but what do you mean you have to have an arc in order for it to be a good story, for there to be growth?
I don't think it's that.
I think you don't have to have that. I think some of the best
you
ones
think
don't.
that bad stories are good then? I mean,
I
I
think there's
can't
an
help you
urge
out.
to have sympathy
No.
for the devil. They always sympathy for
that
the
might
devil.
be
They
true.
want to make the villain into the hero. It's all muddled. They don't understand how to write good heroes, so they try to make villains into heroes instead of just keeping them villains. Like Michael Myers never became a good guy, ever.
He was a villain?
Well, misunderstood.
Sean thought that
From a
was
certain point of view.
summer.
But my point being that he's never the hero, or Freddy Krueger, never the hero. But now they have this urge, it seems, to make sympathy for the devil. So the monster is now has to be reformed. We have this Frankensteinian story where he's just a misunderstood. We don't understand his intentions. We don't understand his motivations. No, he's evil. There's evil in the universe.
See, a character like that, I honestly...
Right, but the Predators were never evil. They were sport hunters.
Yeah,
I
right.
guess.
They were.
Right.
You're
I don't think
correct.
some guy
It was
out
a-
hanging out in a tree stand shooting Bambi
Yeah.
is evil.
No,
He's just like, hey, I want to go, enjoy some time
Killing
in the
things.
woods and
But they were-
kill some stuff and take
as-
it home and eat
But
it
see,
or
that's
a trophy or whatever.
That's my point with it, is that you insert morality into something that's just meant to be horrific.
Pure.
Just purely horrific, like Cloverfield, that kind of thing, where it's simply a small story, a slice of life, this one thing that doesn't have anything to do with the larger arc of life or anything like that. It's just this one brutal incident that takes place here, and afterwards, if you survive it, you're like, what was that? And
No, that's not true, because in that video that they grabbed right before the bombs dropped, they translated the alien language, and he's like, "Oh, I wish I hadn't stepped on all those little ant people. I'm so sorry."
That didn't happen.
So he got remorse, showing his character arc.
Yeah.
Well, he was a baby. That actually did happen. That it was an infant that was just lashing out because it didn't know what was going on and it felt confused. And
none of that, however, was explained during the movie.
No.
That's all addendum stuff to
Yes.
it. What I'm saying is the project itself, just by itself, is simply just what would you say, adrenaline based,
It was the horror of the
adrenaline
Godzilla
fear
movie.
based kind of thing, or
Yeah.
you know, dire situation kind of thing, where it's really just about that, and afterwards there's nothing more to learn from it other than, good Lord, what was that? And that's really what Alien was, the original Alien.
Yeah.
And they keep trying
Unexplained.
to add this extra stuff into it, and it makes
Yeah.
it less and less interesting to me, you know?
Yeah. That's why I had my support Shin Godzilla, a good monster story.
Mm.
So, you know, I mean, it's just the horror of being, like you said with Cloverfield, it's the horror at being at the feet of a gigantic monstrosity that you have no idea what's happening, why it's happening, what's going on, but you're
And
just
doesn't
at the
obey
mercy
your
of it.
rules.
Yeah,
And doesn't obey
you're at
your
the
rules.
mercy of it. Yeah.
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 Right, and now we have a pet
situation.
alien dog that listens to everything she whistles
Right. Yeah. God, that made me so angry. I mean, what?
in broad daylight.
It's puppy.
You know,
Right, because there are some creatures here on Earth that they come out at night or they hide or the whatever, but you just never see them out in broad daylight. So seeing an alien out in broad daylight it feels like it doesn't belong. Right,
It
they're
looks like a guy
black
in the
and
suit.
they're you know, it's
And
just
it looks smaller than it should have been.
and
Yeah.
it gives, you know, it gives the, not just gives the impression, but it actually creates this whole new avenue where the alien before was especially in the first one, you're not going to reason with it. You're not going to sit there and, you know, like she did, discover some language or, you know, some ulterior motive, and only if we only understood, and if we only didn't try to squash that scorpion in the bowl kind of crap, that we could get along, you know, this kind of thing. But it allows for a manipulation, like we would have power over this thing that in the original, the whole point, the thing that made it horrific was you didn't have any power over it. Not only didn't you have any power, you didn't have any understanding of it. You know, it was really quite mysterious in that sense, and horrifying in how it behaved and how the story progressed. They took all that away and turned him, like we said, into a puppy.
Right, and we don't have a good explanation as to why she's the only one that can control the electronics.
Yeah.
Right. Why can't the other guys do that? Because they're the same, right? She was the first, but she's not special. All those bodies came off the same assembly line, whatever.
Right. Yeah.
And why can she have this connection with the alien? There's zero explanation of that unless I missed something. But like, okay, why is this alien imprinted on her like it's mommy or something?
I'm guessing he's going to have. I'm guessing his idea is there's going to be something that happened. No, because she could hear it before she fought it, couldn't she?
I'm guessing he has no idea. That's what I'm guessing.
I don't know what I'm doing.
I don't know, man. This felt again like a very fan fiction kind of thing, and
a bad one at that.
It was based all around his favorite thing, Peter Pan, and his kid's favorite thing, Ice Age, whatever it was. And there's just too much of him in there.
Ice Age is a quality movie.
Yeah, who's him? Are we talking about?
Noah Hawley.
Okay.
Yeah, Peter Pan's one of his things. He loves that, and his kids love that movie. A couple of movies they had in there or something. And he was talking about how his kids always watch that, and he wanted to have this in there. I don't care about that. That's not true to what this genre was. That's not true to the IP. You're inserting just way too much of your own life into this, and I don't want that. Your life's not so cool as that. You know, I want the alien doing his thing. It's just, that was frustrating. That was really frustrating. So,
yeah, this is an unforced error. You know, we're here for the premise. You have a backlog of movies, some good, some not, to draw upon. But the canon of alien movies is readily available. You want to take some, you want to use existing things, make it a little different, and give us Alien Earth. Like I say, we want Volcano World War Z with aliens, I think, was the premise.
That is a quality comment there, Mark, is that it is an unforced error.
As a sign of quality.
You know, and you were right.
I know, and we all know how terrible Volcano was. Like, let's be clear. I'm not holding that up like it was a great movie. It's a popcorn flick.
I understand.
But the premise of this unseen danger rising fits. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? And all the people like coming together to fight it at the end, and we're going to knock this building down, or we're going to do like they do extraordinary things to fight the villain, which is this volcano. And I think we needed a little more of that in this, and coupled with a World War Z helping of aliens.
Yeah.
I feel like we're going to make a peace pact with the alien worlds. She's going to be our
Yeah,
emissary.
you two were talking over each other.
My bad. Go ahead.
I mean, we're just going to make a peace pact with the alien worlds. That's how this is all going to end up. She's going to be the emissary that sort of carries that message forth, and that, you know, and then it's going to be like the beginning of Star Trek. Is that, you know, then we're going to go out and explore new worlds, and we bring peace and love. Yeah, it's just dumb. I mean, it's just dumb. It is the chaotic, sad end to what was an amazing story when it first came out.
When it first came out.
Yeah, you've squandered our goodwill toward the franchise, you know. And like I said, the only episode I really enjoyed was the flashback episode of right before the ship crashed.
Yeah,
that for the most part was pretty good.
Yeah. That was where exactly. I thought, well, this is a nice homage to the original.
Hey, have any of you guys seen The Witch?
Right.
The Witch, yes, with the goat. Yes.
I used to be married to her. What are we?
I thought you said The Witch.
Yes, I have. Yes.
Okay.
I have not seen that.
Good movie. I thought it was decent.
I won't spoil anything for you, but I had Helena, and I, you know, sat there and watched that right after that final episode, and the contrast in writing and pacing and acting and all of that was just very stark. And I'm not saying that as someone who's like, oh my God, The Witch was amazing and all of that. It's not my genre of movie, but I can absolutely appreciate how well it was done, and the care with which it was done and executed, and the stark difference between the two. And I felt that was a very honest observation on my part, because, as I said, that's not my genre. That's not something that I go out of my way to see or any of that. But the difference between the two was night and day. And it's just, it was so disappointing what they did with that IP. It's such a shame, man. Star Wars, Marvel, Alien, and it's, the list grows.
They're all just vehicles for them to use for whatever they want.
Yeah.
I found that, like we were talking about, it had too much. Let's look back and make sure people understand it's related to the other to the franchise, and we're just gonna copy everything that came before. Like that whole episode on the ship, the flashback episode, that could have been interspersed throughout all of the different episodes instead of compacting it into one, and it would have more impact, and then you would have had more time to tell your story for what's happening now, but relate it back. You know, you just have flashback, and keep, instead of making one big contained episode that, you know, okay, now we have 7 episodes to tell the story. Now we have 6.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, what are you going to do?
Nothing.
Only another 30, 40 years and it'll all be over.
They just couldn't pull it off. They
I
didn't
don't think the idea was
Yeah.
so hot, because of what Mark said. If Alien actually made it to Earth, it would pretty quickly be put down. You know, you have to have a very specific,
That's why they had to contain it to the island.
Yeah, well, they had, right. It's not, it doesn't lend itself to a, oh my God, this writes itself sort of story. You have to come up with certain scenarios in order to make this plausible and work. And they didn't do that on any front. So they ended up, I honestly feel like that didn't jump to his mind because it wasn't a natural story for him. And so he just occluded it by putting in all this other stuff that no one really wanted. You know, we were all excited to see, okay, well, how's this going to happen? How's that going to take place where the world's just not able to put up with this alien threat? And that never materialized, not at all. It became not the alien threat, but shocker, we are our own worst enemy, that kind of thing.
Yeah, it was all his
We're the
commentary
villains.
on society, and that's I actually, you know what, I'm done talking about Alien Earth. There's nothing worth talking about it. If we want to talk about the original Alien movie, happy to talk about that. If we want to talk about the pitfalls in Alien 2, Sean's hated version of Alien genre, we can talk about that. But Alien Earth is just not worth all the discussion about it.
Yeah.
You're
Yeah,
Cameron-
and they did it to themselves.
Yeah,
like
100%. Yes.
I could think of 100 ways where we could. Aliens aliens get on Earth. Let's go. Okay, well they're captured on a spaceship and the spaceship crashes and they get loose. All right, let's run with that. Or some other way that they end up getting there. I can think of 100 ways to go that they didn't choose that would be more entertaining and
yeah.
Easy.
I mean, you could have a government bring aliens back. Instead of the world being controlled by corporations, a government finally brings one back, and then the thing gets loose in a government lab that goes on lockdown, and somebody tries to survive. I mean, there's
and then you got Resident Evil vibes going on there.
Yeah.
Which we didn't get from this at all, really.
No.
See, if you do something with the black goo. There's a foe you can't just shoot. You can't, just get rid of it. It infects and changes, and all these horrific things happen that no one's able to quite figure out. That would be interesting. This was black. Anyway, has anybody seen the trailer for Avatar? The new trailer for Avatar?
Most unfortunately.
Yes, I have seen the new trailer.
I saw the advertisement for the trailer, but I have not seen it because I hated Avatar.
There's another one? I didn't even know.
All right, next issue.
Ad for Anemone, which looks interesting.
No,
not Avatar.
No, it's Fire and Ash is the next one. It comes out this Christmas.
I had no idea.
Did it look any better, or did it look very Cameron-esque, flashy, and beating you over the head with social agenda and all that sort of thing?
Well, we are talking about James Cameron, aren't we?
Yes, we are.
It's not a spoiler because they put it out in the trailer. There's this, I'm going to call her a witch. I don't know what she is. But there's an Avatar alien lady who's got like red war paint, and she's telling this story about how their village was burning, or the tree they lived in was like burning down because of a volcano or something like that. Anyway, now she's pissed off at Mother Earth, or whatever they call it in the Avatar series. Gaia. So she basically teams up with the Colonel and the bad guys from the last movie. So she's kind of like a turncoat Avatar, which I'm like, okay, that's an interesting premise. I'll see where it goes. Everything else looks straight up vanilla Avatar. You know what I'm saying? But like, that was the one new piece that I took away from this trailer was, here's a turncoat Avatar, and I don't know if she's got followers or villages with her or whatever, but like they focused on her, and she hooks up with the military Avatar dudes, and then they're all flying around on dinosaurs and swimming in the water, and it looks beautiful and it's perfect.
Sir, that is a strong, empowered. How dare you? How dare you?
Oh, I dare. No, from a storytelling standpoint, because right now, up until now, everything that we've seen is all the blue people live in harmony, right? In perfect harmony with nature.
Yes, perfect.
And they kill for food reluctantly. I had to shoot this animal to save Jake Sully, and oh, I'm so sorry I had to shoot you, but it was necessary. Like they're the beautiful savages. And so we're finally switching it up to where here's not a beautiful savage who's like on board with the death and destruction that the humans have brought to the planet. And so I'm like, okay, from a storytelling standpoint, it's not humans are bad. All humans are bad and all aliens are good. Look,
Na'vi.
Cool. I mean, Na'vi. I'm sorry.
Get it right.
Miles Quaritch was right. He's the only good character. Miles Quaritch from Avatar 1.
Yeah. Yep, he is.
His giant mech suit.
That's all Ike.
Yep.
Yeah, that
what
was
about-
that
you
was
know
just
what?
super. That was the best thing about Avatar is when he's like on fire and doesn't have time to put it out because he's trying to shoot the
Yes.
bad guys. And,
That's
Yeah.
right.
and I was like, that guy's badass. I want a movie about him.
Right.
Yes.
He doesn't have time for that. Doesn't have time to breathe. He's,
Yeah.
Ain't
he's
got
doing
time
his
for that.
transition and emptying his magazine, doing what a good soldier should.
Damn
Yeah,
right.
he was the best. Died way too soon, just like Darth Maul. There should be a special movie with all those characters who were killed way too
Well, they
early
keep bringing them back.
in dumb movies that went on far longer than they should have.
And they should all be on an island with children AI creations.
Hey, you cut that out right now. We're done talking about that.
That's right.
Everything you're
Anemone-
saying is true.
Anemone looks interesting.
Yeah,
but-
I keep seeing ads for it. It does. I don't know what it's about, but it looks neat.
It's about an anemone, apparently.
I guess.
Yeah, I don't know what we're gonna do with the rest of the year as far as entertainment like that goes. I'll be honest with
Well,
you. I was
Avatar's getting
more-
ready to come out, so we're saved.
Well, let me tell you. Do not watch Gen V. Do not.
Oh, really?
watch-
I was thinking about watching that. Was it?
Oh well, you can watch it.
Was it bad?
You just said
You
don't
just told me
watch
not
it.
to.
Yeah.
I'm
What? Make up
saying-
your mind.
I can't stop you. I can't stop you. But if you want to enjoy yourself, I'm just suffering through it because I've suffered through the last 4 seasons of boys related material. But and do not watch Peacemaker. Yeah, it's just more James Gunn. James Gunn doing typical James Gunn shit.
No, I actually watched Peacemaker the last night
The last
after
episode?
I watched this. The
I
last
didn't see that
episode.
coming.
Yeah, I enjoy, but see, Peacemaker is campy. It's James Gunn. It knows what it is, and it's running with it.
It's just so
And
typical.
like I'm here for it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I'm not going in expecting one thing and not getting
Yeah.
it. That
Yeah,
was the problem
true
with
form.
Alien Earth.
Yeah.
Like I'm going into Peacemaker. I know what it is. Like
Well-
season 1 was an unexpectedly refreshing.
Yes.
And so season 2 is a
I
little bit
enjoyed
more of
season
the
1 as
same.
well.
They're bringing in a bunch of characters, and I'm like, I'm here for. I'm not upset about it. I'm not offended. I'm not like, oh man, that was disappointing. No, it was a fun time,
I saw it coming.
right? And
I mean,
and
yeah.
Vigilante meeting himself, like that was funny.
I will say the end of the episode, how is she outrunning them? There's no way she can run faster than them. No chance. That
They weren't trying. They
she's
weren't
about
trying that hard. They
300
were
it's
so
like Lizzo.
incredulous.
It's like Liz. Were they afraid to
Have-
approach
have-
her? The one dude has
Have
superpowers.
you two seen it?
No.
Sean and Kelly, have you two seen it?
Hmm.
Yeah, I'm not giving anything away.
I've seen the show, but I haven't seen this season.
You haven't seen the episode. All right.
Well, like I said, there's no way she should be able to escape them. They should have her cornered within 10 seconds at the rate
Did
that she
you
moves.
learn nothing from Leia's escape from the
Dude,
kidnappers?
no, this is a completely different story. That's
That's
so
right.
Mark-
I can't catch
Mark
this
is-
8-year-old.
So you've got Lizzo having a sprinting contest with an entire town and winning. Basically, is what you've got at the end of this episode. No chance. And the one
We
dude
don't know if she
superpowered.
won.
He can fly.
Just running. She didn't get away. She just
Maybe
started
she
Were
was
they
running.
too scared to
Yeah,
approach
maybe
her?
she was buttered
Oh no!
Yeah, because they're worried like
He
they're
can
gonna
fly.
get cooties or something.
He just fought a giant Godzilla beast, and come on, man.
He didn't have a suit on. He didn't have a
He
suit
didn't
on.
need
He's just driving. He's just driving
From
his truck.
everything
He's
you've
like,
described, that sounds riveting. That sounds
Oh
far
my
better
God,
than
it's
anything
something
that was
else.
in Alien Earth.
Well, I will say that the characters
it
are
was better
interesting.
than Alien Earth.
Oh yes, yeah, definitely better than Alien Earth. Yes, I'm interested in this still. I'm just it's lackluster. But Gen V, you can watch it. But you're gonna be. It's
All right.
annoying.
And,
I'll
and
start
look,
with
I
that.
might have a different opinion if I was watching Peacemaker in a vacuum, but I literally came from this awful piece of
Yes,
storytelling
yes.
to a refreshingly honest
Yes.
piece of storytelling.
The
Because that's
story-
what it was.
yeah.
It was funny. It was campy. It was like, but it knew what it was. It handled it deftly. You know what I'm
It's being
saying? And I was
told
just like,
well.
oh,
It is. Yeah.
and no, I didn't see the twist coming, right?
Really?
Because we have this
didn't?
messed up world on the left, and he's in this idyllic world, and then we come to find out that this idyllic world is not as idyllic
I
as
can't believe.
presented. I didn't see it,
I can't believe you didn't see it coming.
and
Wow.
I enjoyed it. I was like, oh, okay.
I
I'm
mean,
here for it. Like
it was pretty obvious.
okay, I hear you, but I was watching with wide-eyed wonder, as I'm wont to do,
Well, that's
and
cool.
I was being led along the primrose path, right where they wanted me, and they got me. There's nothing wrong with that. Sometimes that's really fun.
Mark is
Sometimes
the
you are
focus group.
adorably and naive. That's amazing.
Mhm.
It's
Mark
very
is the focus group. He is.
I didn't see it.
So,
I
Yeah.
just don't see those things.
Hey, look, I'm not gonna lie. When I watched Shazam, I didn't think all the other kids were gonna become Shazams too. I didn't see that coming, and I
Yeah.
was pleasantly surprised
know
in the
anything
movie. And I was
about
like,
the
"Oh,
Shazam
that's
series?
Pleasantly
cool."
surprised, were you?
I was pleasantly
Mark is
surprised.
the ideal
But-
screening audience.
But Mark, have you ever read Shazam comics? Ever?
Nobody reads Shazam comics.
Hmm.
There you
Sage
go.
Welcome
comment.
back, Rich. Welcome back.
All right.
Family. That's the part of the whole thing is the Marvel family. I mean, that in Kingdom Come, it's everywhere. It was in what was the Flashpoint? They had that. I mean, it was all over the place.
I
that's pretty
make
obvious.
mine Marvel. I'm a Marvel guy, not a
Okay,
DC.
your ignorance is an excuse. Ignorance is an excuse. Yes.
But none of that knowledge robbed me of the pleasant time I had in the theater.
I enjoyed the Shazam
Well, that's good to know.
characters in movies. I mean, the last one was the Asian.
Yeah, that was pretty terrible.
The Asian Egyptian lady or Greek lady. I mean, just why? Why is Lucy Liu here? Why?
All right. So, is there anything on the horizon that looks interesting at all? Maybe.
I said Anemone is the only one that's caught my eye so far.
All right.
Hold on, let's take a quick check.
Survivor season 49.
Movies.
I've been enjoying Great British Bake Off.
Really?
I love it.
That is a good
Yeah.
show.
It is a good show. Far
Tron
more
Ares
suspenseful
has
than,
me interested.
Oh yeah,
I'm
Tron Ares. That looks pretty
curious.
good.
Curious
does not.
about it. I don't know about good, but curious.
yeah.
Let's see.
Don't
Tron
there's a new
is
Casper
a
movie.
game at best.
You're talking to the
Oh, that's a
focus group.
re-release. Never mind.
Scary
Talking to
Movie
focus
6.
group, my bad.
Oh boy. Good Boy looks interesting. It's told from the eyes of the dog. That looks interesting. What else?
Mark, we should start a movie channel where you and I just review movies.
Oh, that would be awesome.
You'll watch along.
Alpha
Yeah.
and Omega. Yeah, we just watch you guys talk about it. Let's see. Predator Badlands, obviously. That one does look good so far. There's another Running Man coming? I forgot about
There
that.
is another Running Man coming,
Oh.
and it's got the dude from Top Gun
Brolin.
in it as well.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that. Yeah.
The new Twister movie. That guy is in it.
Yeah.
Twisters.
Hangman.
Yeah, Hangman is going to be the Running Man. He's
From
running.
the best movie ever made.
No, there is zero.
Look, the guy we never thought was going to come and help anybody came and helped us.
Because he'll leave you hanging.
Oh boy, Anaconda with Paul Rudd and Jack Black releasing.
Oh, I've seen the trailer for that. Yeah,
Actually,
that's
that could be
Releasing Christmas
interesting.
Day. Ugh.
That could be interesting. They're doing that as a satire.
Yeah, I
Uh-huh.
know.
What? Jack
Do
Black
you?
and Paul Rudd? Satire?
Yeah.
No.
what? Get
I
out
thought
of
it was a
town.
serious documentary.
There's Return to Silent Hill next year. I'm curious about it, but I don't have a lot of hope for it.
If it doesn't have Pyramid Head.
You know, it does. He's in there. I've seen him.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, he's in there.
Then it will be gospel.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah, I'm on some Rotten Tomatoes site, and I think they're showing every direct to DVD release or direct to streaming. There's
IMDb
a lot of
has
stuff mixed in
Yeah.
here that is not worth talking about.
A lot of Chris Hemsworth direct to video, direct to Netflix
Yeah.
stuff.
Yeah.
Exactly.
IMDb
Fatal
has,
Extraction.
Yeah, direct to be release.
Dangerous Extraction. Hard Extraction.
Extraction for the toothening.
Follicle Extraction. It's going to be.
Toothening.
the toothening. Here, I'll put it in the chat. I have the IMDb one that has just the cinema.
Yeah, you don't have to
Oh,
put it in the
okay,
chat.
yeah.
That's okay.
go.
All right. Well, do me a favor between now and the next show. Do me a favor, guys. If you would please watch Killer of Killers so that we can discuss that before the new Predator Badlands comes out.
Well, we will do. Yes.
Okay.
And is it just going to piss me off though?
I don't know. It's
I've heard good things about it. I
it's
mean, I've
5
heard good things.
It's 5. There are parts I'm sure.
Kelly,
that
what
would
doesn't
off,
piss you off?
Kelly, but
Puppies.
I don't want to color your judgment on it. You know, I really don't want to do that. I want you to just go see it. It's 5 different. I think it's 5 different stories that are in there. Okay.
So you've seen it.
I've seen it. I watched it with Alina.
So you've seen it. You know kind of how I approach things, and you're like, you know what? You're not going to be horribly disappointed. That's what I want to know.
How am I going to possibly ever in any world promise?
Sean, let me help you out here. Kelly, you are going to love it. It is going to be the best thing that you have ever seen.
That's what I need. That's what I need.
Man, I cannot wait.
What do you
you
mean
to
that?
experience this.
I
wish I could be there with you.
That
but
little oomph.
Yeah,
I just need that little oomph to put me over the.
It's going to be amazing.
I'll do it today. I'll do it today.
And I have seen the first half hour of K-pop Demon Hunters.
Where am I supposed to watch
I'm waiting to finish that. Don't spoil it.
Is it on ABC or is it on?
It's on CNN. Watch it on CNN.
Oh, Mark.
To be fair, the 13-year-old was watching K-pop.
I'm sure.
I live in the same house, so
I was gonna say. I'm pretty sure
K-pop
that's how
versus
it
demons.
The 13-year-old was watching it. Come on, own it.
The 13-year-old
might have been my wife. I don't remember. The 13-year-old inside all of us is watching K-pop Demon Hunters.
Helena loved that, by the way. She did. Yeah.
All right, I will watch it. It's going to get watched today.
All right.
Hey, look, the generation that grew up loving Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, you take two great things that taste great together, K-pop and demon hunting. I mean, it's the same thing. It's this generation's TMNT.
How do we jump from what? That makes no sense.
You speak blasphemy, sir. Blasphemy.
What just happened?
Blasphemy.
All right. Anyway. Yes, if you guys could do that, that'd be great so that we can be on board for that for the next travesty.
We haven't discussed the Mandalorian versus and Grogu.
No, we're not going to. No.
Yeah, we're not going to talk about that.
Oh, okay.
I'm not going to talk about
That's
that.
right.
Nope.
You shut your filthy mouth.
Topic.
We're not talking about any of the stuff having to do with any of that crap we wasted time on today.
Andor
we're not talking about the Mando. That's dead as well.
Oh, Andor is so good.
I'm waiting for the season 2 Blu-ray so I can look at all the extra material.
Yeah, I've been seeing some of that stuff pop up on social media feeds where they do the VFX breakdowns or whatever.
Yeah.
He did the smart thing. He killed him off. So
Andor was so well done. I went in. That's one of those ones where I go in and I'm like, there's a lot that I think it's got a steep hill to climb. But I'll be damned if it didn't climb every bloody inch of that hill. I mean, it really brought the story home. It was really good.
Yeah,
more of that.
Yeah. Right. And that's what I'm saying. Like when you get these ones that hit on all cylinders, it makes these other ones that much worse. You know what I'm saying? Like, you got a cool premise. Let's go. And this... I don't want to go back, but I've been watching on YouTube, you watch some of the reaction videos and there's a few reactors that I like, and they'll react to some movies that I love, and
I think that's why I
watch them see this movie, and I've been seeing them do Andor a couple of times, and so in a way I'm watching it again, and it's still great. You know what I mean? So,
yeah, I think that's the thing is when you watch something that was done well, it's why it holds up. Like Alien holds up, The Thing holds up over time because the storytelling is so phenomenal.
Breaking Bad,
Big Trouble in Little China,
Big Trouble in Little China, Better Call Saul, right?
Captain Ron.
Andor season 2
Volcano
release. Andor season 2 rumored release first quarter 2026.
Seems like old times.
For the Blu-ray.
Yeah.
For Andor season 2.
What's up, Doc?
Volcano was crap, but when I walked away from it, I was like, all right, that was fun.
We should all watch Volcano.
Right, and it was Anne Hesh or whatever was in it. Yeah, it was just that was the factory putting out entertainment to slot into this weekend, release date, so that they can make some money and move on and make the next thing. Like, what's that line from Bowfinger? He's like, we're making movies, not films.
Yeah,
right? That was a movie.
Yeah.
That was not a film. Christopher Nolan is making films for the most part. A lot of other people are making movies.
That's debatable.
Oh, right.
I said for the most part.
Yeah, that's fair.
All right, boys. Well, thank you very much. Next time, we will discuss the Predator.
Killers.
Okay.
Killer of Killers. Got it, man. Done.
All right.
Assignment
boys.
logged.
Until then.
Bye.
Kelly, do your dance.
Bye.
No. I danced once on video in high school, and I will not do it again.
Let's do the chair dance.
Is that the video that they pass around and then they die 3 days later when they see it?
The Ring.
The same.
Mark, you have to go back and watch Gangnam Style and just imagine Kelly as a little kid at the beginning.
Okay, I may do that right as we sign off. So.
You need to do that.
Mm-hmm. All right, bye everybody.
Bye.
Bye.
This concludes our Speak Nerd and Enter broadcast.